What's up, YouTube? Vanguard here. I'm giving you guys a kind of early September market watch video. So yeah, I have everything written down, so we're gonna have to bear with me a little bit here. You guys know the YCS is this weekend, I believe. So I assume things are gonna stabilize a little bit more. But going into this weekend and the past weekend, I wanted to talk about the things that I've seen and things that CJ Spark and Eagle fan have told me. To start things off, you guys remember the ban list drop? There was a time where Black Whirlwinds were a good $60 to $80. That price has long since dropped, but I believe Whirlwinds are sitting at like 20 to 30 for the Super now, maybe a little bit more. But nonetheless, this previous weekend, Transmodify was a monster. Also, Modify is starting to drop. I believe it's sitting at 35 to 40 now, which is pretty good considering it was like 55 to 60 less than a week ago. So definitely, if you have Whirlwinds and Transmodifies, try to salvage yourself. Modify might go back up because of the YCS this weekend. That's not a surefire guarantee, but it just depends on the format. Bujinti Yumato. I wanted to talk about this one. I really underestimated this guy. I didn't realize that he was as short printed as he was. My friend smashed through a case and got one Yamato out of 12 boxes, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I can kind of understand why he's holding his price at 30. Also, with the Ultimate Rare not being in existence anymore for that particular card, the sad thing is there's less than half the available number that would have been in existence with the Ultimate Rare. So it's just something you have to factor. Also, he's holding the Priestess type. People believe in a few sets that Yamato will be good as more support is released for that particular deck. I don't know if that'll be true because Shadow Spectres doesn't really give anything to the deck. But nonetheless, Yamato's still holding 30. Also, Super Malevolent Catastrophe shot out of nowhere. I believe this is hype due to the YCS and stuff. I believe the supers are $6 to $8 right now, which is just really interesting in my opinion. I didn't expect that. Same thing with Secret Destiny Hero Plasmas. Plasmas are holding $8 for Secret Rare. It's just one of those things. It might be good, it might not, but right now Plasmas are $8. So if you got them, drop them and play the rares. I believe it's Retro Pack 2 Scapegoats, the Ultra. This thing is mad expensive right now. I believe people are paying 80 on Ultra Goats. So if you guys have Retro Pack 2 Goats, you may as well consider dropping them and making some good, steady cash while you have the chance. I believe there's only 2 on eBay this past weekend at the regional, and people were just being crazy about picking them up. Coach King Wolfberg. Wolfberg's holding a steady 35. I don't foresee it doing anything in the near future, but with it being like the key card in the 4-axis, it's definitely worth the 35. Armadeus was another one that kind of surprised me. Armadeus went from 10 to 12 to 20. All of a sudden it just skyrocketed out of nowhere. I was actually kind of surprised about that. So Armadeus is moving up on the chart, which is pretty interesting in my opinion as well. People believe it to be, one of the most powerful counters to the meta right now because of its kicking for the damage step. But nonetheless, Armadeus is still consistent 20, which isn't bad at all. Super Phoenix Changer back at 20. We knew this was going to happen. DT Card Troopers, with Plant Dragon Rulers and supposedly being one of the 2 best decks in the format, DT Card Troopers are a solid 25 now. It's very unfortunate that they shot up. So that's all because of the hype around the deck. Pinpoint guards, I know Alter was paying 17s on them. My friends have told me they started to move down a little bit in price too. So if you had pinpoint guards, I'd probably consider selling them to Alter for like what the 1750 that they were paying on them. I don't foresee that card being any good in the format. Yes, it does let you switch from the monster, but I feel the call's better because it's chainable, and a lot of players seem to forget that. On a lighter note, Super Effect Veilers are finally $8 a piece. Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of players were like, it was $8 before. A lot of players were still asking 7 for them. The 7 numbers finally disappeared into 8. So Effect Veilers are finally 8s, and I believe Maxis are holding their value at 8 for value from players. On a random note, this one was actually really interesting. 2 random Arcanite Magicians sold for 20 a piece on eBay. Normally the card is still 10 to 14 dollars in value, but nonetheless it was still really interesting to see 2 Arcanites sell for 20. So maybe somebody knows something that I don't, but 2 random Arcanites sold for 20 as an honorable note. There's only one card that is still sleeping right now, in my personal opinion, and that's XYZ Encore. So if you guys want to pick up your Encores for, you know, $6-7, now's your chance. Get your sets just to have them. I'm just saying it's probably going to be a really good idea, guys. So, on a lighter note, for the YCS this weekend, Plant Dragon Rulers and Infinities are supposed to be the 2 best decks in the format. It's everybody's bets. People feel Mermail is going to be really underrepresented, but that's just my 2 cents. Things might fluctuate for those 2 decks in price depending on how the YCS goes this weekend. But yeah, guys, that's the early September market watch, pre-YCS Toronto. Really important for you guys to, you know, well, I guess consider my words if you guys want. There's not really much else I can think of right now that's important. These are just some of the things we've seen. I can't really cover everything, nor do I want to cover everything, but just the little key points. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Communicate with me that you guys like these by thumbsing up this video. It's very important to me. And I will talk to you guys when we do another one of these. Later.